Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. For Christmas this year, we wanted to film a video of Momo and Papa just kind of talking about their lives. We know how much they mean to you, and I feel like there's no gift we can give you that will ever repay everything you've done for us, but we just know how how special they are to you, so we wanted to do something special for you for Christmas.
And we know how hard this past year has been, so this is just a little another thing that you're going to be able to look back on for hopefully the rest of your life and the rest of our lives too.
Yes, I thought it would be fun to also be participating in this project and edit this video and follow along in Sid's footsteps and record Momo and Papa and just see, honestly, talk to Momo and Papa and... False alarm. Anyways, I really love you, Mom, and I hope you have a great Christmas, and I hope you enjoy this gift. So,
love you. Love you, Mom. I really didn't do anything but sit here and participate today, so we love you and we hope you have a good Christmas.
Support.
Yes, I'm here to provide the room.
Start, because this is a surprise for Chris, who's going to be walking through that door any moment, so be quiet.
You sit over there and be quiet.
No, you're not doing it, so I have to tell you.
No, she was telling me.
25 years ago from tomorrow, you were in the waiting room at St. Luke's.
Because she's going to be 25 tomorrow, and she's the one that was born.
Or you were in the, not the waiting room, you were in the delivery room at St. Luke's.
Delivery room.
Do you remember?
No, but that's okay.
I think you remember.
He'll think about it. He'll remember.
When I was born, you were in the waiting, or you were in the delivery room.
Oh, I see what you're talking about, yeah.
Tomorrow's my birthday, so that's why she said that.
I remember must have been Grandpa. Yeah, it was Grandpa wheeling your mom down the hall to see us in the waiting room.
And was she holding me?
I don't know. Dumb thing to
I
forget.
don't know either.
We can ask her, maybe she'll remember. Well,
Yeah.
she probably won't. She's kind of doped up.
Yeah. Okay, you ready? So tell me your first name.
Tell me about what?
What's your name and when were you born?
Well, the question is, what's my name?
Yeah.
And you can utilize a business address.
Yeah.
Or just one that is done by me being a person that lives in the neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. But what's your first name? Like Bill?
Well, my first name is actually William.
Okay.
And but not many people have ever called me that.
Yeah, they just call you Bill. What else do they call you? Do you have any other nicknames?
A what?
Do you have any other nicknames?
No, that's it.
No one called.
Bill was just it.
Okay. When were you born?
I was born in December of 19. What the heck? What is it? Next question, I'll remember it.
Okay. What was the day you were born? December or what?
Well, it would have been in December 1937.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. December 4th?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Well, there's, for the information that gets to me, it was really hard to come up with because I had different people
Yeah.
say I was born in December of 1937.
Mm-hmm.
And then when people would start talking with me about it, different things would come up on when I was born and
Yeah.
so forth.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's hard when you're adopted. When you think about your childhood, what are some words that come to mind?
Words that came to mind?
Yeah, when you think about growing up in Cedar Rapids, what are some words that come to mind about your childhood?
Well, I really didn't understand what was going on with my life because of the adoption, and some people would say this about me and some others would say other things about me.
Mm-hmm. Would you say you had a happy childhood?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Your parents were very sweet
to you and nice and kind?
Yes.
What were your parents' names?
Which ones?
Well, the ones that you called Mom and Dad.
Ted and Bernice.
Yes.
My adoptive mom and dad.
Yeah. What do you remember most about growing up in Cedar Rapids in your childhood?
I just enjoyed life. And,
Yeah.
And it kind of just passed right on by me. I was having so much fun and things that would be important to me.
Then the house on the corner was yellow. You were never a kid on this street, were you, Bill?
Next corner, not this one, but the next one. Turn left and look at the house. That's one that I was raised in.
You moved in there, and I know when you moved in there because I just met you. It was in 1956, I think.
Jim's old house.
It is. There it's gray.
This is the house.
Jim, there's the house.
house.
Grandpa's house.
That one right there?
Yeah. dark red.
Yep. Was it red when you lived there?
It started out as white and then went to blue.
How old were you?
On this street,
Uh-huh.
I think I was 12.
12? Did you walk to Roosevelt? Or did you
That's a good question.
drive?
I walked to school.
You walked to school?
I used to live in one of these houses right here, but they tore it down.
Oh, it's torn down.
Yeah. I'll just go straight.
Straight. What were some of your favorite things to do as a kid?
Oh, just playing.
Yeah, any certain sports or games?
I like football, basketball, and baseball.
Yes, you did. What position did you play in football?
I played, I was number 64, and that was my lineman position. I was a guard.
Oh, a guard in football? And you were number 66?
64.
Oh, 64. See, I
Yeah.
can't even remember. What was your favorite thing about playing football?
Well, I didn't have anything really favorite that stood out.
Mm-hmm.
I just enjoyed playing all of them.
Yeah. What about basketball? What position were you?
I was the guard. I don't know what you know about basketball and the positions, but I played guard in basketball.
And what about baseball?
That's the one I played the most because I played all summer long.
Yeah. And what position were you?
Third baseman.
Yeah. That's fun. Did you have any friends that you played with?
Oh yes, I had all kinds of friends.
Who were some of your best friends?
Oh, it would probably be dependent somewhat on the season, because I love baseball, so most of my friends were baseball players. Chuck Dossel was a good example of that.
Yeah.
This is Roosevelt right here.
Roosevelt right here?
Roosevelt when you
Roosevelt
right
High
there.
School.
You know right where you are, Papa. I had no idea we were coming on Roosevelt.
You're driving, not me.
Well, you seem to know where you're going.
Sure, I know where I'm going.
I told you you're getting better.
Straight, see what that
Now here's where Grandpa went to school.
Yeah, for high school?
For high school, yeah.
junior high school too.
Now it is, yeah. Oh, well, when you went, it was both?
Yeah, I went here in 6th grade.
Oh.
As a matter of fact.
For 6th through 12th?
Gym entrance. Is that where you would go in for practice?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
Would you ever go sledding on this hill?
What?
Would you ever go sledding on this hill?
Oh heavens, yes.
Kevin's yes.
Did anyone ever run into the brick wall?
Yeah.
Your mom
That might
smashed
be.
her. The
you hit
wind
your
blew
head.
her. She had one of those, looked like a little carpet that the kids ride down the hill on instead of
Yeah.
a sled. And I had her and some of her friends out, and we came up here. And the wind took that thing and just whipped it around, and it hit her right in the mouth.
My mom?
Split her lip open, and we had to take her to the hospital.
How old was
That
she?
Maybe 5th grade.
Did you know where you wanted to go to college?
Not really,
Not really.
no.
What made you decide to go to Iowa State Teachers College?
Because I wanted to be a teacher.
Why did you want to be a teacher?
Well, I just enjoyed it. And the one that I would want to be was the season. Like in the summer it's baseball, in the winter it's basketball,
Mm-hmm.
and so forth. So it depended a lot on the season.
What were some of your favorite memories from college?
From college,
Mm-hmm.
just all the friends that we had.
Mm-hmm. And did you meet anyone special in college?
My wife was very instrumental in what I did and what I wanted to do and how I went about doing it.
How did you meet her?
You know, I'm not sure anymore how I met her, but it obviously worked out pretty well.
Obviously. Well, you're still here.
Yeah,
Where did you guys get married?
in St. Luke's, St. Matthews, not St. Matthews, Jiminy Crickets. She'll kill me.
St. Paul's?
St. Paul's, there it is.
There you go. Did you guys go on a honeymoon at all anywhere?
We went on a very, very short one.
Where did you go?
We went on up along the Mississippi River, and then we came back the very next moment. So we didn't stay on a honeymoon very long at all.
No. What made you fall in love with Barb?
She was very in tune with what I wanted in life.
Yeah, she understood you pretty well.
She did, yes.
She did. What about now?
Now,
Yeah,
I think we are pretty much in tune with one another
you're very sweet to her.
most days.
Most days.
When you were a baby and your parents had just adopted you at age 4 months, you wouldn't remember this, but maybe they told you, did you go right to the home on 9th Street and live there from then on?
3rd Street.
No, 9th Street.
When I first lived in was with my kid.
Yeah.
Then I went to 9th Street, I think, or 4th Street. Yeah, it probably would have been 4th Street first.
Right there, that pink firehouse.
Me?
Yeah, no, who used to live there?
Right here.
Right there.
532.
It's only 53.25.
5325, really?
And Anna
That's
and
where
Carrie.
my mommy went to school.
But did you guys know that they're that they discontinued the domes?
Yep.
They had like an engineer or someone come out, and the domes are very unstable. They're at risk for collapsing really any day. Do you know this street?
Oh, I do, but do you?
I don't know. You tell me. What street are we on?
This is Jacqueline Drive.
Yeah, and where's
You
your house?
betcha.
Your old house?
There's a gray car up there parked there.
Good job. You're getting better every day.
What's
Well, when you fell and broke your hip and you were 84 years old and they gave you strong antibiotics, or not antibiotics, anesthesia, the doctor told us, or told me anyway, because I was so upset, that could affect the way you were thinking. And you didn't know me for a while, but
Are you a Donald Trump fan, Papa?
No.
Me neither.
Good job.
What would you say, if you could think of anything, has been the most challenging part of your life to this date?
Well, my mom and dad were very loving and caring, but we were not financially easy to live with, because all I wanted to do was play the sports. My mom and dad did not have a lot of money, but that was all right with me.
Yeah, you made the best of it.
Yes.
Sounds like. What was one of your favorite places that you ever traveled to as an adult or a kid or wherever?
Well, my mom and dad were, although they didn't have a lot of money, they did have a lot of insight into what they wanted to do and what they wanted me to be able to do. So I was very fortunate to have a mother and dad like I do.
When did you start refereeing?
Started refereeing when I got out of college.
Yeah.
Just being close to the game and the sports and
Yeah.
things like that.
Where all did you tell me about your teaching career. Where did you start? Do you remember where you first started?
Yeah, I started teaching at Kenwood School
Okay.
in Cedar Rapids. It just grew the situation in my life. So I was very fortunate to follow as an elementary school teacher.
And then when did you become a principal?
1964, maybe, somewhere right in there.
Yeah. And did you like your job?
Oh yes.
Yeah. What were some of your favorite things about being a principal?
Being with people.
Yeah. You're a good people person. Anyone would be lucky to have you as their teacher or their principal or their coach.
Well, thank you.
Or their referee. You're welcome. Some of your favorite hobbies before you had kids?
Just dreaming
Dreaming about your life?
of my life and being a teacher
Yeah.
and wanting to do the right things.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, do you want to start some of the questions?
I do, before I
Okay.
forget all about my childhood.
Okay. So tell me your name.
My name is Barbara Jean Swim Broussard.
And when were you born?
I was born on October the 26th, 1939.
Where were you born? Do you remember?
Oskaloosa, Iowa.
Okay.
The Mahaska Hospital.
And what were your parents' names?
My mom's name was Margaret Elizabeth, and my dad's name was William Edgar.
Okay.
Not a name you hear very often.
No. Did you have any nicknames growing up?
No, I was, if my mom or dad were kind of angry a little bit with me, they'd call me Barbara.
Okay.
But most of the time they just called me Barb.
Yeah. What are a few words that come to mind when you think about your childhood and growing up in Oskaloosa?
Well, I was only in Oskaloosa until I was 5.
Okay, and then
So I don't remember a lot, but I do remember my grandmother there. I stayed with her quite a bit, and we used to walk downtown to the square.
Square.
The square, they had those in small towns, and then there's a lot of benches all around them, and they play music sometimes.
Yeah.
I remember that, and I remember my grandpa had a dog named Mitzi. It was a bulldog. It was very, very fat because he fed her all the time. And I know another thing that we used to do is go up in their attic and look around. It was just wonderful when you could do that. It smelled good up there. I don't know what it smelled like, construction or something.
Oh yeah, maybe like the fresh wood.
Yeah,
Or...
and it was just all kinds of interesting things up there. So I remember that. After Oskaloosa, we took the train to St. Louis. I was 5 or 6, and my dad had a job with an insurance company. He went to school to become a teacher, and he was a teacher for a little bit, and then he decided he didn't want to do that. So he looked around for another job and found one in St. Louis. So my mom and dad and I moved to St. Louis. We were only there about a year, and then he missed teaching.
So then did you move back to Oskaloosa, or did you?
We moved to Ames.
Okay. And then how long did you live in Ames?
Oh, we didn't live in Ames very long because my dad was a superintendent of one of the schools in that area. It was a rural school. We lived out in the country basically for quite a while he was superintendent of that school, Milford Consolidated School. Then we moved to Cedar Rapids.
Okay, and then you've been here pretty much ever since?
Ever since.
Except when you moved to college?
Yeah.
Yeah. But tell me about the story when you were in St. Louis when you hated school and you would run home every day?
Yes, that's true. I was 5 years, I was probably 6 because I started kindergarten down in St. Louis, and I don't know why, I don't remember being afraid of school or anything. I just didn't want to be there. So every day, somebody, either my dad would walk me to school before work or mother would walk me. About an hour after I was there, I ran home.
Every day?
Mm-hmm. Well, not the whole year.
No.
Then mother would just take me back, and I'd start over, and
Yeah.
I eventually got over that.
What were some of your favorite memories or things from your teenage years that you can remember? Where did you go to high school?
I went to McKinley,
Okay.
and it was fairly uneventful. They didn't have girls basketball or volleyball or anything at that point. And I belonged to the GAU, I think it was called, Girls Athletic Union. And I had quite a few friends. I don't know if my friends influenced me or what, but we always would just ride around, you know, like kids do. But several of them that were in my group drank, and I never did.
You didn't like that?
I tried to be a good girl. No, I never did, and I had a good time,
Yeah.
but I just didn't drink.
What were some of your favorite school subjects?
Let's see, geometry. No, I'm just kidding. My favorite subjects, oh gosh, I don't even know. I don't even hardly remember what we had.
0, probably not.
I liked my history teacher, and I've always kind of liked history a little bit. And I told you the other day about I had to stay after school and do my algebra on the chalkboard.
Yep.
So that wasn't my favorite.
I think I had to stay after a few days for algebra too.
Did you?
Yep.
Probably about everybody has.
Yeah. Who were some of your best friends, or who was your best friend in high school?
One of them that I had her name was Penny.
Did you guys keep in touch after high school?
For a while.
Yeah.
When we were seniors, Penny hosted her name was Guanila, and she was she hosted Julia, or Guanila. That was fun, that year, senior year we did that, so.
In high school, do you remember what you wanted to be when you grew up? Or
Teacher.
You wanted to be a teacher?
Uh-huh.
And then...
There wasn't any thinking about it.
Yeah, you just knew you always wanted to be a teacher?
I always did.
And
I always said I wanted to teach 2nd grade.
Okay. And then where did you go to college after?
Well, I went to Cedar Falls for 2 years and then got smart and quit.
And so how'd the teaching work out for you?
Oh, just fine. Grandpa would still say it if we asked him, that it's too bad I didn't continue on with my education, and then I could teach, and then I would be making a lot more money, and between the two of us, we would be all set.
But instead you got your MRS.
Got my MRS, and you know Lizzie said the other day she's getting hers too.
Yeah. Did you guys live together before you were married? Or?
Oh my word, no, are you kidding me?
That wasn't allowed back then?
Nobody even thought about it.
How old were you when you got married?
I was 20.
You got married, and then did you guys go on a honeymoon anywhere?
Oh yes, we went to Dubuque.
That's fun. How long were you there? Do you remember?
Overnight.
Oh, just one night?
We were, weren't we, dear? One night, Grandpa was his planning. He wanted to just go somewhere for one night, and we know why.
Then Dave was...
And Dave was born 9 months later.
And so you were 21 when Dave was born?
Yeah, it was.
Did you get to celebrate your 21st birthday?
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember that being it. I don't think it was a big deal then.
Yeah, because people were probably, the drinking age was maybe 18 back
Yeah,
then.
it probably was.
Yeah. What were your feelings when you found out that you were pregnant for the first time?
I was excited.
Yeah. Were you nervous at all?
No, not really.
Do you remember how you found out that you were pregnant with Dave?
That's a darn good question, Sydney. I guess I just missed my period and I went to the doctor. I don't even remember.
Yeah,
But
well, that's
we were
okay.
excited, I know
Yeah.
that, because it was,
Yeah.
a big deal.
Going back a little bit, do you remember how you met Papa?
Yeah, we were at a dance at UNI. It was
Okay.
for freshmen, and I was a freshman. And but it's just like he's the leader. He
Yeah.
was kind of the leader of our family. Not that he ever put me down or that I didn't say what I needed to say or wanted to say, but he just was kind of
Yeah.
that kind of was, I liked that in him.
Where did you guys get married?
We got married at St. Paul's
Okay.
United Methodist.
Yes.
We went down the basement in the church, and we had nuts and mints and punch.
And Joan was there?
Oh,
And there was
yes,
no
and
alcohol?
Joan was in the wedding.
What, did you have a favorite like band or singer when you were in college?
I always liked Elvis Presley. I
Okay.
still like his music.
Yeah, we should listen to him sometime. I like Elvis. Describe one of the most, or what has been the most challenging part of your marriage with Papa, if you can think of one thing
Now,
right now.
I don't know if we saved the best or the worst for last or what, but
I think you saved the best for last.
yeah, this has been quite a year and quite a challenging year, and he has been so different than his normal self.
Well, you're doing a great job
Well, thank
being
you.
there for him.
I want to.
Yeah. What's your favorite place you guys have traveled to together?
Oh. Well, the most interesting was Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
But for beauty, I would pick either Maine or Colorado. Probably
Yeah.
Colorado, maybe for the beauty. Grandpa and I liked to travel when we were young and our kids were little, and then Joan and Steve helped us along because they were clear out there, and we'd go out there once a year usually. Those are the places that I'm familiar with because we went there often when we were raising our kids, and I really think that is one reason why they like to go.
Yeah, I
No,
think
go.
so too. Papa, do you remember how you started going to Colorado?
Well, other people were telling how much fun they had there.
Yeah. Orange Beach.
Love it.
How did you find that place to go
The
to?
same way that Grandpa just said, friends.
Okay.
Friends had been there that just said, you gotta go, it's
Yeah.
just it. One time during spring break, we just said, let's go. So we went to St. Joe's Island. I love the ocean,
I know, me too.
and Grandpa does too. So we just started out in Gulf Shores.
Okay. What did you guys like to do before you had children?
It was so soon after we got married and she had children.
But she doesn't remember.
I do. There wasn't much time to do anything else.
Yeah. Do you remember how you chose your kids' names, Dave, Jim, and Chris? Or you just liked them?
No, I don't, except the only thing I remember, and this is very distinct in my mind, is I always liked the name Kevin.
And you don't
And
have
so- And Grandpa just said no. He said no. Do you remember this?
Yes, I
He
do.
didn't like it, and you know why? Because he had a kid in school that was just a monster.
Is there anything you would have changed about the way that you raised your children? Like anything you would have done differently as a parent?
Well, Grandpa was the disciplinarian, and I never was that much, which I'm still short on that end of it, I think. I don't know, I think we just had a good combination. He had a lot of extracurricular activities as far as like sports and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and I just stayed home, and we always liked to have Grandpa go somewhere on the weekend, because then we'd have tuna fish casserole.
Yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah.
You didn't think you worried too much or anything?
Oh my word, yes. If they looked cross-eyed, I worried.
Yeah.
I still worry about them.
Describe your proudest moment as a parent for either Dave, Jim, or Chris, or all of them.
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to answer that. I'd say all of them. I'm just
Yeah.
so proud of them. They're just, they have always been the way they are right now. We've always been close, all of us together.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think we are even more so. I'm
Agree.
just so proud of them because I don't think I could have done that with Grandpa the way he is if it weren't for all three of them working together. I'm just amazed at him because they call each other frequently, and one will tell the other, and then the other one will tell the next one, and they all end up knowing what's going on.
They have a big group chat. They
have
talking.
a big, yeah, they do, and yeah, they do. I'm proud of them for just the way they've turned out as adults.
What do you think the hardest thing was about raising children?
Sometimes the kids will ask us which one was the worst, the hardest to raise, and it
Yeah,
was
do you have an
not
answer?
Dave.
It wasn't Dave.
It wasn't Dave. It probably could have been Jim, but your mom was close behind.
I can see that.
And they weren't bad things they did. I mean, they
Yeah.
weren't out drunk and getting picked up or going speeding or something. One of the big things that happened to Grandpa and I, Niall was born, and he's the son of Dave and Anna. No, sorry, I got that wrong. Dave's the grandpa. It's hard for me to realize that Dave's the grandpa. And our kids, I have to say this, our kids and grandchildren during this time in our lives where Grandpa's not been well, have been the biggest help to me. I can't describe it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's unbelievable to me what it would have been like without him, and it makes me feel lucky.
Yes. Are you ready, Papa?
Yes!
Woohoo! What has been your favorite part about retirement? What are you doing?
Getting this so my feet will be in the picture. Oh, these are the best feet in the world.
What's been your favorite part about retirement?
I can do whatever basically I want to do.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about what day of the week it is or anything like that. No. What were some of your favorite things you did in your early retirement years?
Got to do things with my wife.
Anything else you can think of? Any specific things?
Oh, I've done more traveling than I ever did before. One of my favorite things I've ever done was going down south
Yeah, to where?
to, what's that? I can't think of the name of it.
Would it be Orange Beach?
Yes, treat my lovely wife.
What has been the most challenging thing about retirement?
Most challenging thing?
Yeah.
Paying for it.
Paying for it?
She tells me where we're going to spend it.
Oh. What are some of your favorite memories you had with your grandchildren during your retirement years?
I don't have any favorite memories of that. That was just all pure hell.
Are you sure?
No, honey. It was all fun.
Yeah. What did you do with your grandkids in retirement?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Well, we went down to the beach, in Orange Beach.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Yes,
Those were some of my favorite memories growing up too.
up there.
Oh yeah.
When
Well,
you
that's-
and I are walking on the beach.
I know.
And
It's
I'm
in your
holding
bedroom.
your hand.
Yeah, I think it's in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that the cutest thing you ever saw?
It's really cute. So, how have you coped? This is kind of changing gears. How have you coped with losing people that you love in your life, like your mom and dad?
Well, I'd rather look at the positive things
Yeah.
rather than the negative things.
Yeah. So, how did you stay positive through those hard times in your life?
Well, it's like my mom and dad, as they died, I didn't want to zero in on the negative things of it. I wanted to remember how important they were in my life.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to look at it.
But I got to remember they brought a lot of love and enjoyment in my life.
So, kind of speaking about your parents, you were adopted. I know we kind of talked about that before and a couple days ago. Do you remember how you found out or how your parents told you that you were adopted?
Yes, I do. That was one of the biggest shocks in my life.
What did you feel in that situation?
Well, in this situation, I didn't have any idea I was adopted.
Mm-hmm.
And when she my mom and dad kind of said, "Come on, I want to talk with you." And I sat down at the dinner table, and they said, "I need to tell you something. I want you to listen good, and if there are any things out of that you want me to talk to you about, I'll be glad to do that."
And so they just kind of told you that you were adopted after that?
Yeah,
Were you surprised? You were surprised?
heavens yes.
Yeah, you had no idea. Did you know your mom, your biological mom, before that?
Yes,
Did you spend any time with her?
not much.
Do you think your relationship with your parents changed at all after you found out that you were adopted, or did it just feel like it was...
It changed, but it wasn't a negative thing.
Yeah.
It was just a shock to me.
So recently, Dave did some DNA testing and found out that you weren't an only child, and that you have a half-sister. Do you remember that?
Yeah, my life has changed a lot in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, you were like 80 years old and you found out that you have a sister.
Yeah. Well,
How did
there
you
was
feel?
more than one sister.
Yeah, how did you feel in that situation?
Shocked, but yet very caring and loving for my adoptive parents.
How has it been getting to kind of talk with Judy, your new sister?
That was, and still is in many ways, an empty spot in my life.
Not having siblings?
Well, not knowing about it and not having an opportunity to really understand some of the things that happened to me.
Yeah. Well, you had a great life growing up, it sounds like.
And still do.
Yes. You're very fortunate.
Yes.
So, what do you think you're most thankful for in life?
Having all the people that I've gotten in my life.
Who is someone that you admire?
Why, there's just so many people that I've got to be thankful for.
Yeah.
I've got people in my life that I couldn't begin to love as much as I wanted to. As I grew and people came into my life, you and Mom and people like that.
Is there anything that you would still like to do or accomplish in your life right now?
Well, I've got to be careful. I'm 80 years old now.
Or older than that.
Yeah, and I don't want any time slip by that I got to remember enjoy all the people and all the things in my life.
Is there any way that you want to be remembered by your family and friends?
As a very fortunate person to have time to spend with you and all the others in my life.
Yeah.